How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today, because in this episode, we're going to talk about why there's a spark within you, why you have that feeling that something needs to change, how you can listen to and step into the positive future that you are meant to have, and make sure you stay tuned to the very end, because we're going to do a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward into the day. So you have to understand that if you're feeling that something needs to change, whether it's just you're uncomfortable, you're dissatisfied, you're disassociating, like you feel lost, you feel the pain. If something within you is not comfortable within your situation, you must understand that your higher self, your being, is giving you a sign. Because there's people that you know. There's people around you that are in the exact same situation. Maybe there's some differences, but their lives are very similar to yours, but they're comfortable. They're not looking for change. In fact, if you went to them and you were to say, hey, I want different. I want to make more money. I want to have a different relationship. I want to have a different career. I want to live in a different area. If you start talking to them about those things that you want, they would actually push back against those things. They would tell you why those things aren't good ideas, why you can't do it, why you should be happy with your current situation. You see, people are in situations that are for them, and there are people that are in situations that aren't for them. It's not better or worse. It's not right or wrong. It's just finding the frequency for you. You are here to have an experience, and that experience is to lead you to a state of being. That is it. So if you're born in a certain amount of circumstances, with different influences, with different things, it's for you. And again, not everybody is meant to become what it is that you desire. Maybe you don't know what it is that you want to become yet, but you know it's different than what you are now. Just because the people around you don't feel that way, just because the people around you don't see the vision that way, it doesn't mean there's not a calling for you. That uncomfortable feeling within you is a frequency out of alignment. It's a heartbeat out of alignment. It's your energy pulsating with friction of what's around you. See, everything moves at a certain frequency. It does. And the perfect example of this is when you're in a room with people, and it's all people you enjoy, it feels good. And you can think about this at work and school, with friends, whatever. You know, you guys are just vibing. And you can think of right now one person that would walk in that room and change the vibe immediately. And it could be a positive or negative thing. Maybe you're having fun with your friends and it's the teacher comes back. Maybe you're having fun with your coworkers and the boss walks in, and that boss makes you feel better because you're excited that they're there. Or it's worse. They put a wet blanket on everything. Whatever it is, beings, people, and things have frequencies about them. You feel them. So you are no different. And when you learn to shift your frequency, your perspective of the world changes. That's why they say, if you want to know where to go, go within. Because if you level yourself up, the path presents itself. So don't feel bad that you don't feel good with what you have. It doesn't mean you don't appreciate it. It doesn't mean you don't have gratitude for things. It's just you have a feeling knowing that this life is not for you. Now, the answer of what life should be for you is different for everybody. And as long as it doesn't harm or take from others, then it's your path. And your path is for you. You don't need to convince anyone else. You don't need to get other people's blessings. You don't have to do any of those things, because in the end, they're not going to go on the path with you anyway. They're not going to make sure you feel well within. They're not going to make sure you're fulfilled, because they're trying to do the same for themselves. So never lean or look at people that aren't fulfilled in the way that you want to be fulfilled and ask them for answers. The only thing you can learn from them is what you don't want to do. If they're enjoying their life and you can listen to them, then you know, okay, I don't want to think, believe, or receive as them. That could be your parents, it could be your friends, it could be your coworkers, whoever it is. You can learn from anyone. But if you want to change, if you want to expand, if you want to step into your light, listen to the uncomfortableness within you. Then go within. Close your eyes. Start daydreaming. Start allowing your mind to go. Where would freedom be? Where would peace be for you? Is it living on the beach? Is it traveling the world? Is it starting a business? Is it working somewhere? Is it becoming a full-time mom? Is it becoming a full-time dad? Is it becoming whatever it is? Listen to your peace. Now, here's the thing with that peace. Whatever it is that's guiding you, that's telling you, oh, this is where it feels good. This is where the desire is. Just know that's an indicator. The first thing that comes to mind does not need to be the thing you end up doing. It's an indication. It's part of the light. But as you start to go towards something through growth, your perspective on it changes. You see, if you are struggling in life right now and you're thinking that, oh, $1 million, if I had $1 million in the bank, I would be happy. I would be fulfilled. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of not being able to pay the bills. I'm tired of not being able to fix the house. I'm tired of not being able to fix the AC. I want this money. It'll change everything. We'll start there. So think about the person that would have $1 million in the bank. And maybe you don't know. Get on Google. Get on YouTube. Search for people that have millions of dollars. Then what you do is you start looking how they live and the ones that you're attracted to, meaning not attracted to physically, but attracted to their persona, to their thing. And of course, know that everything is, something that's putting on, but then you start doing the things that align with it. You may not like everything that they do. Just because it's hard, that doesn't mean you shouldn't like it, but you may not like everything about the pattern that it takes to become that millionaire. But you start doing some of them. Then you still have to reflect. You see, there's a very powerful saying, and it's that those that don't reflect project. That is always true. So if you do really deep reflection right now, and for the next 6 months, you're really reflecting, you're doing all your self-work, like you're growing and then you're learning, you're growing and you're learning, you're reflecting, you're seeing all those things, and then you stop, you may continue to grow for a little while because you've created momentum. But if you're not reflecting, all of a sudden you're going to start projecting into the world what's really wrong within you or what's right within you. You're no longer growing, you're no longer evolving, you're no longer understanding, you just start projecting again. And so that is why you know that you use this as an indicator. Just like right now, the uncomfortableness is an indicator. So you're feeling uncomfortable. You have that desire, you close your eyes, okay, $1 million. You start looking at people that have made $1 million, have $1 million. Maybe you know some people that have $1 million, whatever. Then you start living like them as much as possible because it's not about being them or receiving $1 million. It's about being the being that receives the thing because the law of attraction says like attracts like. So you have to become someone that operates in the frequency of what it is that you want. And then you'll know what actions provide peace. Again, if the action is hard, don't shy away from it. You can still do hard things and find peace. In fact, some of the hardest things that I've done have given me the most peace because those are your breakthroughs. So you start listening to your peace, you start listening to your guidance system, and you take step by step. You reflect every single night. It doesn't matter if you missed a night, go back to reflect. Reflect right now. Am I satisfied with what I did today? Am I fulfilled with the actions? Am I excited where this is taking me 6 months from now? It's the beginning of August. Are you excited with if you continued the patterns of thinking and acting and doing like you're doing right now, where you would end up at the end of the year? If not, realign on reflection on the things that aren't aligned with you. Remove the things and do more of what's filling you up. Continue to go within step by step and use the discomfort, meaning where you feel the rift, you feel the friction as your reflection point. When you reflect on discomfort, is it, oh, this is hard, that's why it's uncomfortable? Or is this out of alignment with me because it's uncomfortable? And that's a really tough thing to do. Because most people, when they run against the difficulty, they strength say, well, that's not for me. It doesn't feel good. You can't stop there. You have to really look at it because if this thing takes you to the next level, you really have to analyze, is it uncomfortable because it's hard and it takes a lot to do? Or is it uncomfortable because it's turning you into somebody you don't want to be? So when you keep reflecting and moving back and forth through these things, you're going to grow within. As you grow within, the new paths keep presenting themselves again and again and again. You see, when you level up in the world, you see things differently in the world. Literal, physical things. Things that you've desired, things that you've wanted every single day that you've looked for. When you hit that level up, all of a sudden they're in your front yard. They were always there. You just couldn't see them because you weren't on that frequency. So continue to reflect. Continue to pull within. Continue to analyze everything that you're going through because your path is within. So because the fact that you're uncomfortable right now, you have the gift from God. God is saying, wake up. And guess what? That message will get louder and louder and louder until you finally listen. If it doesn't get you in this lifetime, it'll get you in the next one or the next one or the next one, because the gift that keeps on giving is the opportunity to go to the highest frequency, which is love. It will never stop. That's love for you. Endless hard times, difficulty, failure, letdown, sabotage, evilness, whatever you want to call it. It's endless. That's how much God loves you. That's how much the universe loves you. Because it will endlessly give you friction so that you can grow because it believes in you. It knows what you can do. You can be anything that you desire, and you get the constant alert, the constant pain that will push you into it. So we're going to take a deep breath, and when you breathe in, really just center yourself wherever you are. If you can close your eyes, if you can stay still for just a moment, whether you're walking or driving, just find yourself in some stillness. And when we breathe in, listen to yourself. As you hold your breath, listen what starts talking. What wants to change? What isn't comfortable? When you exhale, just keep focused with that one thing so you can take it with you so you know what to do. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. There's no judgment on anything that you thought of. But you have to understand that everything in your view, everything that you do, think, touch is connected to you. Even if it's a great thing, you have to be aware of its frequency. The greatest things in life will actually stop you from becoming who you want to become. Because they're so comfortable, they feel so good, you don't want to detach from them. It'll hurt. You love the thing. But once you do, once you truly detach from the thing that's been holding you back, even the good thing, you will soar. You see, your being is meant to go to the highest frequency. It's trying. You don't have to work to raise your frequency. You have to work to let go of the things that are holding you down. That's why people say it's not what I do, it's what I don't do that makes me who I am. Your energy is ready to fly. It was born to be raised. It was created to go up. You, the powerful creator of your experience, get the opportunity of letting go so that you can be the thing. This is the way. This is how we rise up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on anything and everything that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.